Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Factorio, the Steam release. Today's special. Today we're playing live on Twitch as well as recording for YouTube, so there may be a few distractions, but also Factorio is a great game to play with commenters and stuff like that. So little things like messed up pipes can be quickly corrected instead of being there for episode after episode. Now I remembered, or actually from watching my own video, I realized I made a mistake here, and we're actually sideloading because of this guy. So that's not good. We're going to do this, and we'll put a splitter in here. It's kind of ugly. It's not going to be like this forever, but it's certainly better than doing this side load deal. Because we were having all these guys have lots of iron in them, and they can't unload because of the side loading. So what do we want to work on today? Well, we want to get trains up and running, because we need more oil. This factory just does not have enough oil, period. We got one deposit up there. I think we're going to build a train station down here. But before we do that, we did come up with before we started today, we came up with a way to actually split fluids. I didn't realize that it was actually possible. I messed with it so much, and then I finally did just find a solution to the problem. So let's grab some extra steel. Let's make some extra storage tanks. We're going to need just a little tiny bit of wire, 3 bits of wire. And we're going to create a petroleum splitter up here. I'm going to go ahead and use a storage tank. Right. Do it here. Nah. Do it there. We don't need anything else there. We'll need an electrical pole. We'll want to start wiring that guy up. We're making lots of straight rail right now. Because I expect we're going to need it. Okay, we need to get a couple of these pumps being made. So let's just go get that done. Which we can really do almost anywhere. I shouldn't make these temporary setups, I know. It's a bad habit that I have. I've used up all my steel. Alright, so we'll get a couple pumps going. This whole thing can get wired up now pretty quickly. So part of the issue with fluid splitting is that, like I was talking about this on the stream, the issue is that you can't really split fluids very well, because whichever machine is at the front of the pipes gets like all the liquid, and let's get a little bit of lubricant storage here. So whichever machine gets the first little access to it usually takes everything, and there's no like real easy way to do it that I've found up until now. So we're just going to need 2 of these guys. So we'll get that going, and then we can hook this thing up. So we'll come back to this problem in a moment. We just did plastics. Let's go ahead and knock out, I guess, armor crafting 3. And we want to start working on this train station. Now, like I mentioned before, we're going to be doing a vertical train station. Gosh, we're so slow in the desert here. But we need a train station. It's going to be essential. We're going to use 1x2 trains. Not going to make anything huge. I don't think we really need to. We should have plenty of space over here. Now let's try to plan this out. Assuming we end up doing any kind of like bot transportation, I'm going to want the first station to be as close to the storage as possible. And I'm picturing storage like in this area. Or maybe longer in like in this area. So, well, we're going to do vertical stations though. So let's say that we want the first input to be over here. Actually, the way I'm planning on designing this, we could just have the storage all over the place. I don't think it's going to matter. Let's just do vertical stations. I know vertical stations don't have as many inserter options, but it's what I want to do. I want something different. So we're going to do something like this. Just start with... I have made no curved rail. Is that far enough? I think we'll make it bigger. Why not, right? We have the space. There's no harm in making it really big. It's an infinite map, after all. Okay. As far as space goes, I think something like this should work. I want to measure this. Need a couple of train stops. I've used up all my steel, of course. So now we got to go back over here. I think that's going to be enough space. Maybe one extra tile or two over. We're going to do 1x2s. That is the proper ratio. One locomotive can pull 2 cargo wagons with absolutely no issue. It doesn't pull one loco any faster than it would pull 2, so. Alright, let's set this thing up now that we're back up here. We should also pick up some more green circuits. We're a little bit low. Now I do recognize, yes, people were commenting on like episode 2 or 3 that I had misplaced I placed the green circuits too close. But it's not a problem. I think we're going to end up moving it anyway because the fluid industry is going to come through here. I want to get like, I don't know, 300 green circuits in my inventory would be pretty useful right now. Maybe 3 stacks of 200. That's good enough. 500 is plenty. Alright, so how do we do this fluid splitting? Well, it's actually a lot easier than I would have expected. So we're going to do that. And we're going to say, wire that tank up, wire that up, wire that up. So now we have a signal of the amount that's in here, and we're going to say that you are not allowed to work unless there is more petroleum in that tank than, say, 100. Copy. And that's it. So now we're always going to have 100 in here, but this does actually split the fluid. They both barely work. Whenever this thing has more than 100, they both work just a tiny, tiny bit. So now we have actively split petroleum for sulfur and petroleum for plastic, which is going to make my life so much easier. Let's get back to working on the train station, because again, oil is the big issue. I guess we'll do combat robotics. I have a question in Twitch chat asking about the brick road. The brick road increases your movement speed by 30%. It also reduces the movement penalty for certain terrains like desert. Desert has a movement penalty. You'll notice that you run a lot slower when you move on a desert. It also affects how quickly cars can accelerate, so you can actually pave roads, and that's good. Alright, let's see how we feel about this distance. So what I'm picturing is I need to get some cargo wagons so that I can actually plan this out, which means we need some engine units. Which of course I don't have, because I haven't automated it yet, have I? We should build some more path. Everything's running kind of okay, but we don't really need any more electric engine units from this thing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing where, no, I'm not. We're gonna go set up some proper engine manufacturing. Okay, so where do we want to make engines? You know what? Generally, this is like my resource, like, this is where I get everything. So we just need steel. We got pipe made there. We can make some gears. I think we want to do, like, a little bit more production than just 1 or 2. We're going to use quite a few. I don't think we have space here, though. We definitely don't. Oh well. For now, I just need something making regular engines. And you need steel. Okay, knock out quite a bit of basic research here. Gates could be useful. Alright, so we'll get some engines being made. We'll use those engines. I need 20 engines to make my first locomotive. So it's going to take it a little while. What else can we work on? Maybe we could go back. I need that engine to actually work on the train station, so... Alright, I guess we'll work on something else related to blue science. We've already got steel. We need smart inserters, advanced circuits, and batteries. Also, I need some more brick so we can extend this path a little bit. Yes, you're right. That's another great idea. We should probably automate rail. Let's do that right now. It's a great idea. I'm really looking forward to 0.13, because they're going to get rid of curved rail. It's all going to just be rail. But, so we need regular stone. Even though there's a lot going on up here, we're gonna run the stone up above the furnace columns. Can't believe I'm out of splitters. Okay, do concrete. I don't really mind to run this like this. Although I do mind this. But we can narrowly sneak it under here. Okay, and let me pull you down to the next row. That does mean I'm gonna have to pick up all this coal, which is kind of annoying. I could have done this differently and not done it that way, but... People in chat are saying, "Oh my god, that's ugly." It doesn't matter, man. It's gonna get where it needs to be. Alright, let's get rid of all this coal. I don't need it. Actually, you know what? Hold on. What am I thinking? We don't need all that coal. Like, stone doesn't need to go down there, does it? No, no, no. This is a bad idea. Coal, the stone just needs to go to where we make the rail. That's the only other place that it gets used. Whoops. So yeah, we're gonna make some rail. We'll call it like here and here. So you're gonna make iron sticks. You're gonna make the curved rail. You're gonna make the regular rail. So that'll be steel plus stone. That just means we need iron for you, and that's it. This is not the prettiest layout, but it will get the job done. And you could probably use an extra inserter if I'm not mistaken. This guy, he's actually being slowed down by his stone. Yeah, you need a second inserter as well, if at all possible. Can we maybe do this split a little bit different? Okay. So we are making these things now. Let's cap this production. We only need like probably 200 of those. Straight rail though, make it non-stop. And that means we can get rid of all of this stone that I ran for no reason at all. It was just a bad idea. Which means that we can undo everything that I did there as well. Let's get the coal back on that line. Okay, do we have enough engines that we can go and work on the train station yet? 15, not yet. Okay, but I like that this is happening. Let's go back down now then and maybe consider working again on some of the other stuff that we could do. Like, we need to automate advanced circuits. We do have the petroleum coming down, split equally, which is nice. I do recognize that I placed the green circuits in the wrong spot, so we do need to fix that. Plus, I also think we're going to keep the fluid here. I like the fluid here. I think we'll actually take this feed through this middle one instead. Need to get some robots That's got to be like the main goal. We should do that. Robots would be great. Personal roboport, roboports. Yeah, let's get robots everywhere. All right, so I've been working towards getting like robot stuff researched, but it's also going to require blue science soon, so. Misplaced that a little bit. Now I can't pick it up because I have no bricks. Alright. Finally we can make our first diesel locomotive. We've already got the 2 wagons. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe I only built 1. I should get almost all this stuff automated at this point. We should do the assembly machines, all the different versions of inserters. We should get all that stuff worked on. But for now, I want to get this train station going. I know, I'm getting a little distracted. It's hard to focus in this game. There's so many different things you want to work on all the time. At least for me. So we're going to use a layout that I found online that I like. For vertical stations. And so that's going to be like how that works out. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take these guys here. And we're only going to use 4 inserters per wagon. Now we're going to alter the layout slightly since we're going to be going and sending the materials north. Basically what we're going to do then is we're going to take this thing that we use all the time these days. We're going to say that these are going to be the inputs. Put this thing right up against it. Oh, I messed up. We need to do the actual chests as well, of course. Of course we want to take advantage of its sort of stack size bonus. I mean, why wouldn't we? Okay, so that's going to be the first one then. So you go here and here. Okay. Get some power down here. We'll also place some lights since we can. And they look nice. Okay, so that's going to be whatever we want it to be, and that'll be a feed that goes up north, and then these will have enough space. Looks like we could place them closer together. I don't think we need to, though. I think that it's fine for them to be this far spaced out. So this width, how far apart did I end up placing these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wagons in between. Or seven of these. So 2, 4, 6, 7. It's like here. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just make sure that I did this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we have any more station. I'm overbuilding right now, aren't I? Yes, yes you are. Of course I am. I always do that. We shouldn't overbuild because robots are going to make things a lot easier. Okay, so we've got that guy, and then what we want to do is we want to place some signals so that the trains can fit. We want to have multiple trains that can wait for each station. So we'll put a signal like right below here. I want to have like three wagons. I wish I could just build more trains right now, but I don't have the resources for it. So about there. You think it's this tile or this tile? Probably this tile. Yeah, so you can stop right there. Good deal. That's 1 in the station, 1 in the queue, a third in the queue. We just need to make sure that this train is going to have space behind it. And then we can bend the rails here. Let's just give it plenty of space. That's going to be the train running that way. And I want the trains to drive on the opposite side that I normally do. Because I want all the signals to be on the inside of the track. So this is going to be weird for me. But trains need to drive on the left side of the road. So if we're running a train, I want to have 2 spaces in between them. So this is the inbound track, heading up into there. And this is the outbound track. And this whole thing is going to be basically just a big, huge square. So let's go ahead and like leave this empty area over here open for expansion, but for now, let's bring you back down. And start hooking up. So now we're gonna have our depot way down here. Some trees to clear out apparently. That's why we need to get Farl up and running, right? We'll end up straightening these out soon. We don't need to worry about it yet. I'm just doing it for like understanding. So that's the outbound track from the depot. It needs to drive on the left, which means you need to connect into this road down, this track down here. The trains are awesome, but they can be a little confusing sometimes. All the signals and blocks and all that stuff. If you've played, like, Railroad Tycoon or whatever it's called, probably not a big deal to you, but... Alright. Alright, so... Driving on the left is so backwards for me. I'm going to mess up the trains a lot, I think, while I adjust to this. Unfortunately, because you can only signal on one side of the track, it just makes more sense, in most cases, to have them drive on the left. Because then the signals go in between your tracks. See what I'm saying? Get it? Okay, again, you drive on the left, which is, this is correct. So you can come in, you can go out, and then you're good to go. So for now, this is like roughly set up. And then we want to do our signaling before the curve. We'll carry over at least one signal to start with. Even though we don't need it yet. Okay, so that's one station. I want to do the same thing, but I do want to make this one for oil. Really, it'd be better if this first one was oil, but it makes no difference whatsoever, so... In fact, the oil is going to be closer to over here, so maybe we'll make the end station oil. I'm picturing like, okay, so iron... Iron, copper, maybe stone. Look at that, I actually ran out of rail. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll do oil off this one. Okay, well, how much got actually accomplished in this episode? Well, we made a fluid splitter, kind of worked on trains a little bit, trying to get to the point where we can do that. We should probably get the damn Farl thing up and running. In fact, I can make a Farl right now. I don't know why we don't do that. So, I'm going to take a break here, and in the next episode, we'll probably go ahead and get Farl started. In fact, we could do that right this second. So, wow, that was hard, right? Yeah. All right. I'll see you again in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching. See you soon.